Welcome to my backyard. I'm Peter Bregg, and I've been a photojournalist for 50 years. The last 7, I've also been teaching photojournalism at the university. I've been given a production sample of Fujifilm X-T2 to work with for the last month, and I've used it as a photojournalist would. I've been using conventional SLR and DSLR cameras for all of my career, but it took me very little time to get used to it and to learn how to operate this great little camera. This mirrorless camera is moderately priced compared to conventional DSLRs. It punches way above its weight for the price. The 2 SD card slots, the quick startup time, short lag time, is very handy for a 24 megapixel camera. It's very good for a photojournalist. Now, I'm used to full frame cameras, but I found no difference in quality between my full frame cameras and the APS-C sensor. You know, it's not how big the sensor is, but how that sensor uses the pixel that matters. Now, I also love the 8 frames per second continuous shooting in autofocus, 11 if you're using a battery booster. Now, I used a 50 to 140 2.8 zoom lens with image stabilizer at 1/60th of a second. The quality was incredible. I'm using this 16 1.4. Now, a 16 1.4, that's pretty fast. That's for working in available darkness, as they say. Did I mention it gets 5 frames per second with live view? That's some buffer. Photojournalism often requires available light, and I found no quality loss, really, in the shooting at the high ISO ranges. Most of the controls are accessible on the right side of the camera, which means when the camera's up to your eye, once you get used to where the knobs are, you can function pretty quickly. And the shutter speed knob and the ISO knobs have locking mechanism, which means you can lock them and you won't accidentally rub them and change them in those fast-moving situations. Now, the camera's dual hinge flip-out screen is very handy for shooting up above your head. Very handy for shooting from ground level. You don't have to lay down on the ground anymore. And the cool thing too is that you have this dual hinge that allows you to shoot vertically. Now, shooting vertically, Hail Mary, you don't have to pray anymore. That's what Hail Mary meant. You have to make a prayer. Now, I've spent 30 years of my career shooting film. The last 16, 20 years shooting digital. And I can do much more, much better, and much faster than ever before. I love the technology. Thank you.